Clayton Moore, born Jack Carlton Moore on September 14, 1914 in Chicago, Illinois, remains an iconic figure in American television history. Renowned for his portrayal of the Lone Ranger, Moore's early life was defined by athleticism, discipline, and showmanship. As a young acrobat with the Flying Bears Trapeze Act, he developed agility and poise that would later define his action roles. Transitioning from stunts to acting in low-budget westerns, Moore steadily built a reputation as a reliable performer before achieving fame. His breakout came in 1949 with the television adaptation of The Lone Ranger, where his commanding voice, striking looks, and moral integrity captured the imagination of viewers. Moore's career exemplified the merging of talent, dedication, and character, and his professional relationships, particularly with co-star Jay Silverheels, reflected deep respect and admiration. Beyond fame, Moore dedicated himself to embodying the values of justice and integrity, both on-screen and in real life. Early life and career beginnings. Clayton Moore's upbringing in Chicago shaped his early pursuits and work ethic. Athletic and adventurous, he honed his physical abilities as a trapeze performer with the Flying Bears, which provided both discipline and showmanship. This early exposure to performance instilled a confidence and presence that would later translate to acting. By the 1930s, Moore transitioned to Hollywood, working as a stuntman and appearing in low-budget westerns and serials. These early roles allowed him to develop screen skills while gaining a reputation for dependability in physically demanding parts. Though not yet famous, Moore demonstrated a blend of talent, dedication, and charisma that laid the foundation for future stardom. These formative years highlighted the combination of perseverance and opportunity, proving that consistent effort, adaptability, and professionalism could open doors in Hollywood's competitive environment. Rise to fame with The Lone Ranger, Moore's life changed dramatically in 1949 when he was cast as the Lone Ranger in the television adaptation of the popular radio show. His commanding presence, deep voice, and upright moral compass resonated with audiences across America. Riding Silver, his white stallion, and accompanied by Jay Silverheels as Tonto, Moore embodied justice, honor, and courage. The show quickly became a cultural phenomenon, with catchphrases like, "Hi-yo, Silver, away," entering the public lexicon. Moore's performance solidified him as a symbol of integrity and heroism. Even after the show ended, Moore continued to wear the iconic black mask and cowboy attire during public appearances, charity work, and promotional events, emphasizing that the Lone Ranger was more than a role. It was a personal mission and moral code he sought to embody both on and off screen. Television guest appearances and versatility. During the height of his fame, Moore expanded his career with appearances in other television series, such as The Adventures of Kit Carson and The Range Rider. These guest roles demonstrated his versatility, allowing him to explore different narratives while maintaining the heroic and dependable presence that defined his on-screen persona. Even when not wearing the mask, audiences recognized Moore's commanding presence and charisma, linking him naturally to the qualities of the Lone Ranger. These appearances reinforced his standing in the Western genre and showcased his ability to blend seamlessly into diverse storylines. Moore's professionalism and dedication to his craft ensured that every role, whether minor or significant, contributed to his lasting legacy as a respected and admired actor. Collaboration with Jay Silverheels. Moore's partnership with Jay Silverheels, who portrayed Tonto, extended beyond television into two feature films, The Lone Ranger, 1956, and The Lone Ranger and the Lost City of Gold, 1958. Their on-screen chemistry brought depth and authenticity to the stories, exploring themes of justice, loyalty, and cultural respect. Moore admired Silverheels for his dignity, talent, and integrity, recognizing him as a trailblazer for Indigenous actors in Hollywood. Despite limited off-screen friendship due to busy filming schedules, Moore acknowledged the profound influence Silverheels had on his portrayal of the Lone Ranger. Their collaboration represented not only entertainment, but also a groundbreaking portrayal of an Indigenous character with respect and depth, challenging stereotypes prevalent in 1950s cinema. Moore's reflections highlighted the lasting importance of this partnership in television and film history, preserving the Lone Ranger legacy. After the original series concluded, Moore dedicated decades to preserving the Lone Ranger's legacy. He made public appearances at rodeos, schools, hospitals, parades, and events, often donning the iconic black mask and white hat. Moore's dedication to the character extended to promotional ventures, including a short-lived chain of Lone Ranger-themed restaurants in Southern California. These appearances and engagements reinforced Moore's image as a moral icon and symbol of justice for generations of fans. His work outside the studio demonstrated a commitment to embodying the virtues of the Lone Ranger in real life. Moore treated the character as a personal mission, emphasizing loyalty, honesty, and courage, traits he consistently showcased in his interactions with fans and colleagues alike. Memorable anecdotes and public persona. Moore's sense of humor and heroism became legendary through stories like the one recounted annually by Jay Thomas on The Late Show with David Letterman. In this tale, Moore, in full Lone Ranger attire, confronted a reckless driver with calm authority, delivering a line that emphasized his character's integrity and command. Such anecdotes highlighted Moore's ability to bring the essence of his character into real-life situations, blending humor, bravery, and moral certainty. These stories reinforced Moore's enduring connection with audiences and solidified the Lone Ranger's presence beyond the screen. They showcased his natural charisma, sense of justice, and ability to inspire awe and admiration in everyday situations, keeping the spirit of the character alive in public memory. Life beyond Hollywood. Seeking a quieter life, Moore moved to Golden Valley, Minnesota, with his wife Clarita and daughter, prioritizing family and community over Hollywood glamour. Here, he embarked on a new venture in real estate, establishing Ranger Realty, reflecting the trustworthiness and integrity associated with his screen persona. Moore contributed to suburban development, leaving a tangible impact on the local landscape. This chapter illustrated his adaptability and dedication, proving he could succeed outside of entertainment while maintaining the moral principles that defined him. Moore's post-Hollywood endeavors emphasized balance, showing that one could achieve professional accomplishment while cultivating a meaningful family life and community involvement. Breaking silence on Jay Silverheels. For years, Moore refrained from publicly discussing his relationship with Jay Silverheels. In a rare and heartfelt interview, he finally acknowledged Silverheels' profound influence. Moore praised Silverheels' professionalism, dignity, and cultural authenticity as a Mohawk actor in Hollywood. He lamented the limited recognition for Silverheels' groundbreaking contributions and expressed regret for not advocating more for his co-star during their careers. Moore highlighted Silverheels' humor, resilience, and dedication, emphasizing that Tonto was not just a character, but a moral equal to the Lone Ranger. By breaking his silence, Moore paid tribute to Silverheels' enduring legacy and underscored the importance of representation and respect in Hollywood. Final years and legacy. Clayton Moore passed away on December 28, 1999, in West Hills, California, following a heart attack at his home in Calabasas. He was survived by his fourth wife, Clarita Moore, née Patron, and adopted daughter, Dawn Angela Moore. His death marked the end of an era for fans who had grown up watching The Lone Ranger. Moore was interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, a fitting resting place among other Hollywood legends. His legacy endures not only in television history, but also in the moral virtues he consistently embodied: integrity, justice, and honor. Through decades of performances, public appearances, and personal dedication, Clayton Moore remains a symbol of heroism, both on and off screen, remembered fondly by generations of admirers.